She's an excellent fighter. Wow, just I said that. Wait a minute. Cyndi Lauper. We got some Cyndi Lauper in the house.
That's great. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, this time I messed up.
That's all right. I kept it rolling. This is awesome. So you're a Cyndi Lauper fan. Are you a
Yeah, I
Come on, give me a little girls just want to have fun.
Oh, girls just wanna have, they just wanna.
She's having fun. She's fighting. She's doing everything. Kayla Harrison, Cyndi Lauper. That's great.
Hates when I sing because I get way too into it.
Oh my gosh!
I
All
wasn't
right.
ready for that.
Oh,
I
it was so good.
Solo. I didn't warm up the vocals properly.
Oh, that's all right, Kayla. It's fine. You know whether you warm up the vocals or not. It's all good. It's still all good. My God, Kayla Harrison going viral with Cyndi Lauper. That's it right there. Girls just want to have fun. This is great.
What that was me. I was like uploading a little snippet of the sparring from earlier today, and I was sparring Hudson, and I put "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" as the song.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh.
So it must have like loaded.
Oh, that's so cool though and all. But now it sounds good. If someone you got the phone going and all, that's actually a good song for it.
Good song.
All right, so there it is. She's a girl who just wants to have fun, but she's also an excellent fighter, an excellent person, an excellent mom. One of my true favorites is Kayla Harrison and all. And not just because.
True favorites too.
Oh, thank you. And not because she's just an accomplished fighter, but just the accomplished person that you are and all. So that's really cool. And we'll do an interview. I'm going to get you out of here. But the Olympics are here, so I want to talk a little Olympics with you, of course. Kayla Harrison, first U.S. American judo fighter to win a gold medal at the Olympics, and she did it twice, which is unbelievable. 2-time PFL champion, 3-time PFL finalist. I mean, that's competition. And then outside the competition, a champion, humanitarian, philanthropist. Just a lot of things you've done.
Make you feel good.
No, but it's true.
Once a week.
Kayla, and then with the kids, just everything that you're doing. It's just much faith, much strength.
Thank you.
UFC.
Yeah.
Big thing. This is it. You sign with UFC. Everybody's talking about it. Okay, how's she going to do in UFC? How's she going to do in UFC? PFL, you conquered everything there. Now it's time.
Yeah.
Let's try UFC, see what's going on there. Just really, before I want to talk about the fight, excellent again. What was your thought process of, okay, did you look at it as taking the next level? PFL was good, I know that. But is that how you looked at UFC or not really?
I really just looked at it. It was kind of, for me, it was evolve or stay comfortable. And it's not anything against the PFL or anything like that, but I just felt like I had done everything there was to do there. And was I comfortable taking a ton of money, but maybe never really testing the other waters? And was I comfortable with my legacy being fighting the same girl 4 times? Was I comfortable with that? And
New challenges.
And this was definitely a time where I had to really get kind of quiet and pray a lot and kind of just wait to hear God's voice on because look, like, I'm a mom now. This is a whole new chapter of my career. This is a big, big mountain. It's a very time consuming. Our life is already changing, you know, like we go to the beach and they're like, oh, are you Kayla Harrison? Like things are changing. So I had to really sit and think about these things and pray, like, God, if this is what you want me to do, make it very clear to me. And he did. And I really do feel like I'm on the right path, doing the right things with the right people around me. It's scary, you know, like the weight, you know, I hadn't weighed 135 pounds since I was 16 years old. So, I mean, every time I get a fight, I'm like scared because it's not easy. But I do feel like we grow at the edges of our experience, and I feel like to stay stagnant is kind of to die. You know, I don't want to.
It's not you. That's not you.
It's just not me. I don't want to wake up every day and live the same day over and over
Groundhog
and over and over again. You know, I want to constantly push myself and evolve and challenge myself and grow, and that was a big thing that I thought about with my kids too. It's like, listen, are you going to sacrifice your dreams for your kids, or are you going to, like, your kids don't need you to die for them. They need you to live. life on fire for them. Like, they need to see it's okay to chase your dreams. It's okay to fail. It's okay to try. It's okay to get up and try again. Like, so, yeah, I just feel like I made the right decision, and it's been really good so far.
It's something you say that because it's so introspective in a sense of when you're making decisions now, you're not just making them for Kayla Harrison.
Yeah.
You're making them for
I
family.
know.
And I know, so there's a lot more to process and think about.
So much more. It's like, it can be paralyzing at times. I'm sure a lot of parents struggle with this, where it's like, do I do this or do I do that? Do I do this? Like, even just being a parent, the amount of decisions you make every single day is like overwhelming and overstimulating. And like, I'm always joking, like, it's like you're understaffed, underpaid, you know, like underfed, underslept. Like, you're just like, you're constantly trying to perform at a high level on like the worst.
A low scale budget.
Yeah, low scale budget. But yeah, it is, you know, it's not just about me. It's about my family, and I love them more than anything. And like, I will always do whatever I think is the best for them. And I do believe that me being happy and pursuing my goals ultimately makes me a better mom for them.
You're happy, you're in a good position, and hopefully,
Yeah.
and then obviously with them, they'll be happy, good
Yeah.
position. And I won't talk a lot about the kids
Okay.
now, but I was just going to say, I know what their ages, so they're a little
Yeah.
older now. Do you discuss things like that with them?
We do,
or so?
yeah, we do. We talk about it. It's funny because you become aware. Like, when I remember when I was a kid, like, I didn't really know. I was not brought in on decisions.
No.
But for me and my parenting style, it's important for my kids to understand what's happening. Like, for instance, we're homeschooling this year. So my kids and I talked about it before I made the decision. I talked to my daughter. My son, like, we talked a little bit, but he was just kind of like, oh, are you still doing the same thing? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, can I do it? Like,
He'll go with the flow.
He's 5. Yeah, he's like, whatever. My daughter was, I have learned my lesson. Like, when they first came to stay with me, I didn't tell her that they were moving with me. And so she thought she was just visiting. And that was my mistake on not communicating to her, like, hey, you're going to come stay. At the time, I was Aunt Kayla. Like, she thought she was just there for a visit. It was very confusing. It was a super traumatic time for her. And, like, no one ever stopped and explained it. So for me, now I'm like, okay, hey, I'm thinking about taking a new job. I'm thinking about moving organizations. And she's like, well, what does that mean? And I'm like, well, really, it just means that I have a different name on my paycheck. Like, it doesn't mean there's not going to be a lot of differences. She was like, do you have to leave? Are you going to move? Are you like, the only thing she was concerned about, are you leaving us? And I was like, no, never, ever, 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 ever. I will never leave you. It's just, I'm going to train, and I'm going to try to win a belt in this organization. And once she realized that, she was like, yeah, cool, do whatever you want. Like, but you don't think about it as a kid, where, like, if I had just said, hey, mom, or if she had, like, her friends all started talking to her because they saw online that your mom signed with the UFC, like, she doesn't know what that means. She's like, are you leaving? Where are you going? Or does that mean we're not going to be a family anymore? And once you put yourself in their shoes and realize, like, oh no, I need to talk to her about what her fears are, what her concerns are. Like, I need to communicate, because I mean, as an adult, the world is big and scary enough, I can't imagine as a kid. Like, it's really overwhelming.
And also, Kayla, there is no right or wrong as far as a book to follow. Or
No.
say, like, you could go out there for fighting and train a certain way and say, okay, if I do this and do that, the success, I've got a good chance of winning this and all. But with parenting, whoa, there's
Nobody
you just
knows.
gotta
Literally
do.
Nobody knows. Nobody tells you that either. Like, we're all just winging it. Like,
Yeah.
nobody knows what to do.
It's the truth, though.
I mean, you just do the best you can. That's really all I do every day. I just try and do the best I can.
Are the kids into sports?
I mean, my daughter likes softball, and she loves judo. So
Oh, wow.
I teach judo class on Fridays here at the gym.
Oh, that's so cool.
Just for
Didn't know
fun, for kids who want to learn judo, and she loves it. Her brother, he did a bunch of camps this summer. Like, I was trying to see if he liked anything. He did like a volleyball camp, soccer camp, baseball camp, and basketball, I think. But he wasn't. He was like in the dirt playing, like with his buddy Bo, like, and they'd be like, "Hey, like get the ball," and they're like, "We're building something. We can't, you know, like."
Engineers, so they can be engineers. 5 years old, going to be engineer. That's okay. That's a good profession, Kayla.
For sure is going to be. Do you know what I did this morning before I sparred? I am helping him build a cyborg mechanical robotic hand, and I'm like, it has like hydraulics in it, and like, and I'm like, Emery, this is above my pay grade, but I cannot do this. He's like, no, Mom, give it here.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Do it. Robotics is good. There's huge robotics in middle school and high school is such a big thing. Yes.
And that's why I'm excited to homeschool, because I'm excited for them to. I'm excited to nourish their interests, you know, and like kind of just see where they blossom.
Oh, that's so cool though, because this isn't you doing it. You know what you're doing, but to have someone else that you're with doing something and seeing that and all, that's a really cool thing.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Judo, so you mentioned judo, and right now, I mean, we're going through a time now, it's the Olympics, and they're in Paris. And Kayla, my gosh, you win that first Olympic gold, first American athlete in judo to do that, and then you decide to do it again, and you win it again. Do you watch the Olympics now? Do you watch judo now? What are your thoughts of that, and just following that and seeing what's going on?
No, I do, for sure. I think the year of COVID was the one year I kind of didn't watch as, normally I like watch religiously, but 2020, which ended up being 2021, right? Yeah. Yeah,
right around that time.
Yeah, is the year that I didn't really watch, just because I'm like every 4 years, like my brain is like synchronized with the Olympics. So
your body
I was like, wait, the Olympics happened? What do you mean I missed them? Like,
your body didn't set it up.
No, my body was like, no, we can't.
We're judo time now, Kayla.
2021. No, that's not an Olympic year. What are you, crazy? But no, I'm a big Olympics fan. I mean, since I was a little girl, I remember watching, not judo, obviously, it's not that popular in the US, but I remember watching like the track and field athletes. I remember watching the 96 Atlanta Olympic Games. I was 6 years old, and I was just like, that's when I decided that I wanted to be an Olympic champion. I didn't even know what judo was yet, but I just knew like I wanted to be the best in the world at something.
Do you remember too doing the walk before and after the Olympics and all that stuff?
Like walking into the opening ceremonies?
Yeah, and then closing ceremonies and all. And what was that?
The opening ceremonies in London really sticks out to me, I think because it was my first, and I was there, and like, you know, you go through and you get fitted for your clothes, and they tailor everything, and you get these 2 giant duffel bags of stuff, and you're in the Olympic Village, and you're with your friends, and it's all happening so fast, and you're like, then you're walking, and then like they're lighting the Olympic torch right in front of my face, and I can feel the heat of the flame on my face as it's being lit. Yeah, it was amazing.
The experiences of doing that and feeling that and being a part of that, it's just, is that almost as exciting as actually winning the gold medal?
Yeah, no, that moment was very, like, it's still so vivid in my mind. Like, it's one of those core memories, you know, where it's just like, for as long as I live, I'll never forget that moment, like standing next to my best friend Marty and watching them light that torch, and like, and like realizing that my entire body of work, my entire life's work was like here. It was happening. Like, we're here. And similarly, I felt the same in the closing ceremonies of Rio. Like, walking with my best friends, holding each other's hands, like realizing that this chapter of my life was coming to an end. Like, I'll never forget it for as long as I live, you know, just yeah.
Such a great time, such a special time too.